Good morning. It's Monday morning. Looks like it's going to have the heavier rains come in tomorrow. Now they're saying about an inch and a quarter, somewhere in that neighborhood, starting in the afternoon. So we're going to have to open the gates today. It is Monday, so I've got my normal routines. I've got to do the meter reports and time sheets, things like that. So let's get started, get the girls out, and we'll go from there. Today they get a special treat. We got some freezer burned hamburger my wife cooked up so that they could eat it. He's back in the car, waiting to get him. Rinse these pans off. The meat dummies will get right in it. All right, let's head up to the meter shed this morning. We'll get the meter reading, which is going to be the same as it was all week because we didn't make any power this week. But it's still important to get the voltage and the amperage that's going out or coming in, even just for a reference point. We're looking at some gray clouds today. It's not going to be a very hot day, but it's going to be kind of nice. The spring over there still just running away, trickling. Tomorrow afternoon that'll be a solid flow. As you can see, we're starting to see more and more fall-like colors starting to develop. The mountains that you can see back there over the top of the powerhouse will turn orange and green and browns and yellows, and it'll be pretty. As these are the first signs of cooler weather. A lot of it's going to be happening, changing over just because we've had no rain. So that is what happens. I'll put you down here. I'll get the meter reading. And you can watch. Day of August already. Doesn't seem possible. It seems like summer just started. Now we're looking at the end of it. The older I get, the faster it goes, which I guess is what they all say. Got 3 readings on voltage. Simply because there are 3 voltage lines, 3-phase, so there's three hot lines. Also 3 amperages. Again, 3 lines coming in. At this point, we're reading it as 32,000 volts. As the amperage voltage increases, the amperage decreases, so it's a natural thing. Happens. So we can calculate those numbers out and give you what is supposed to be inside the building at our the 4200 volt line, 4180, 4160 that comes underneath, so we can tell if there's a problem with the line underneath. That's just kind of a check and recheck thing. The line underneath is a little over 40 years old, so or almost 40 years old. Turkeys are I don't know if they're playing or if looks like they're trying to show dominance, who's in charge. It's like all creatures, there is one that is in charge, and everybody else follows along. The hens especially, there is a hen peck order, and usually the one that sits up on the highest roost in the hen house
is the one that's in charge. The rooster himself is not in charge. Although, like most men, he probably believes that he is in charge. My wife tells me there's no such thing as a man in charge. It's always the wife that's in charge. So he's just kind of out of luck. All lined up along the stream there to get a little bit of water this morning. This works out well for me because in the summertime I don't have to worry too much about watering the hens, just the meat dummies, and they require a lot of water themselves. In the wintertime, though, we have a issue with keeping the water from freezing. So we use electric warming heaters to keep that stuff regulated. Get my temperature. We'll go down here and see what's going on down here this morning. Now, if this unit was running, we wouldn't hear. We wouldn't be able to hear in here. But I check the back of the bearing right here. Bearing in there, it is greased on an annual or a monthly basis to make sure that that's clear. Same, we check this bearing. There's no sense in checking it now because it's not running. But we take a static temperature in 4 spots on this gearbox. And they all are about 19.5 degrees Celsius. We do a combination of the Fahrenheit and Celsius. And then we look around, we check everything. Yesterday I checked the oil level here. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but we have plenty of oil. It also has a sight glass. We check the sight glass. It's more of a visual aid. We never trust the sight glass because sight glasses stain up or get clogged and they cannot drain. We've got a coupler here from this bearing. This bearing I know is correct because I drained this off this spring, I guess it was. We drained this. Maybe it was the winter. Changed the oil in here and double checked everything. And this is our hydraulic unit right here. Hydraulic unit is, the level is correct on that. It runs the ram here. We absolutely have no pressure coming down the tube because the gate is closed. But if you listen really carefully, you can hear water still flowing through there, and that's just because you're always going to have a little bit running around the gate. We're going to run out here to check the other machine. We've got everything done here that we need to do. We're going to check the daily temperature right there, and it is 68 degrees. Which should coincide with what the temperature is inside. When this thing is running, that'll be 110, 120 degrees, simply because the friction, heat loss of the oil. Go out here and check the big machine. Again, normally we're going to be checking this back bearing right there. We'll check the front bearing on the generator itself right there. We'll check to make sure that there's no vibrations on it. Then we'll check the 4 locations on the gearbox itself to make sure it's not overheating. And again, everything is exactly at 19 degrees Celsius, of course, which should coincide with indoor temperature. So our temperature reading is 70 degrees. It's 68 on the little unit, which is normal. Let's check the inside temperature. Our inside temperature is at 70 degrees. So that's exactly where it should be. Oil level, again, this one was changed this spring. So we are right dead on with our oil level here. Oil level in this machine is right to the low point. This one leaks, so we don't put a lot of extra in it. We keep it pretty safe, pretty close to where it should be. We'll probably add a little bit to that tomorrow. Again, we're at 0 on our pressure gauge. We look on this side, we double check, make sure there's no water flow in, nothing. And again, you can hear the water flowing through the unit, simply because the gates do leak and it does let a little bit of water go through. Normal stuff. Take a look. We always look down the river. We try to look at both sides, looking for anything unusual, any changes. You want to make sure that everything is like it is, like normal. You really, I get to the point where I know where where the rocks are. I could tell you by looking at stuff what's missing, what's gone. Pretty much that's the routines that I do. We will put some oil in. Check outside real quick. I'm going to look downstream because I at the back of the building and make sure that everything's intact there like it's supposed to be. That there's nothing unusual going on. I check the river every day, simply because you should. Interesting fact, about over to the edge there, one afternoon I came in to do some checks. I don't even remember what I was doing, but I came in, I walked out to the big unit, looked out the window, and there was a woman out there standing on the rock, which I didn't really think anything of. It happens all the time. Then she started taking her clothes off. She was going to go skinny dipping. So I proceeded to just stand there for a minute, thinking, she's going to look up and see me. But she didn't. So once she got her top off and laid it down onto the ground is when I rapped on the window and waved at her. I think she turned about 12 shades of red and ran up the hill. Yeah, well, it was pretty funny. All right. Well, I'll get a shot later of when we open the penstock, and we'll go from there. All right. See you in a bit.